Thank you all for your time today. It's a pleasure to be here. You've had some great insights today surrounding AI, and I want to take the time to discuss the unique offering that we here at Connect are partnering with BLOCKPHISH have brought to market. So as John mentioned, my name's Amrinder Dillon. I'm one of the client directors here at Connect. So who are Connect? Well, we're a systems integrator that specializes in AI and contact center solutions. We partner with the best in-breed solutions out in the market, like Genesis, who you've heard from today. What we try and aim to do is provide exceptional customer experiences, first time and every time, with the use of our experience and knowledge for over 30 years. As we know, AI is transforming the way businesses operate, providing new possibilities of greater efficiency, customer experiences, and decision-making to enable competitive advantages. With these benefits in mind come new security, ethical, and compliance challenges that need to be addressed in this ever-evolving landscape of driving greater business efficiencies within your customer care teams. So at Connect, not only do we design, deploy, and optimize AI solutions, we offer AI cybersecurity advisory services. This is designed to help businesses not only leverage AI, but also proactively safeguard against potential vulnerabilities in AI-powered solutions. My colleague Tom today will take you along a journey through our AI security cyber services offerings and how we can enhance your AI strategy today. In all, what we're trying to really achieve here is helping you as an organization safely and securely implement AI technologies within your business. So I'd like to pass over to Tom at this point.
Thanks very much, Amrinder, and good morning, everyone. My name is Tom Pepper. I'm a partner of an NCSC assured cybersecurity consultancy called BLOCKPHISH. As Amrinder said, we've partnered with Connect to uplift the cybersecurity posture of Connect's clients and customers on their journey for robust AI systems security. Now, interestingly, a lot of organizations are utilizing AI systems and services, but less than half of those organizations have specific AI security practices or processes in place. Now, I'm currently working as the interim CISO for the UK's AI Security Institute, a director of the Department for Science, Innovation and Technology. So very much at the forefront of AI safety and AI security. And what we're aiming to talk through today is the wrapper around AI systems and AI products to ensure your organization is appropriately protected against the AI threats and risks. Now, we've heard some pictures from some fantastic products and services that utilize the technology of AI in your organizations. And actually what we serve to do is provide that security wrapper around those solutions to ensure that your organization is protected against the risks and threats that the introduction of AI can bring to your organization. Now, across those services, we've got 5 key services that we're looking to pitch today. The first one being our AI risk assessment service. We've also have threat detection and incident response, regulatory and legal advisory services, so compliance against AI regulation, cyber defense training and awareness across your organization and staff, and finally, adversarial attack AI simulation, so ensuring that you're appropriately prepared and protected against the AI threats. So firstly, the AI risk assessment. Now, organizations are, they understand how to conduct risk assessments generally across their organization. But what we're seeing with the introduction of AI systems and AI tools and technologies is actually that there is a new attack vector for malicious adversaries to gain access to your organizational information. And really, there is a responsibility not just on the developers of that AI system and the vendors that are producing these AI technologies, but there's actually a responsibility on system operators, on data custodians, on end users to ensure that they recognize the risks that AI introduction can bring to these organizations. Now, this particular risk assessment service will look at how AI is deployed within your organization, what vulnerabilities that particular AI system can introduce, and to ultimately provide strategies to mitigate those risks associated with AI models, we're seeing a new range of vulnerabilities associated with AI, such as data poisoning, prompt injection, model theft, etc. And really, this risk assessment serves to identify what those vulnerabilities are, prioritize them against your business context, and make recommendations for mitigating those particular risks, and ultimately providing you with that strategic roadmap to ensure that you've considered the risks that the introduction of AI systems can bring to your business. Ultimately, these strategies are tailored to your organization. They're looking at enhancing the resilience, and we recognize the opportunities that AI systems can bring in your contact centers. But actually, what are the risks that we're facing in the introduction of AI? So looking at regulatory compliance, enhanced resilience, and ultimately ensuring that you're protected against those sophisticated threats. Moving forward then, so our AI-powered threat detection and incident response service. As I've mentioned, the introduction of AI can introduce a new threat vector for organizations and malicious adversaries to target those organizations. As part of our threat detection and incident response service, Connect and BLOCKPHISH will ultimately help you to develop those advanced threat detection techniques, look at those new threats and evolving threats that AI systems are introducing to your organization, and ensure that your incident response capability and your strategy considers the unique capabilities of AI-powered threats. So we're seeing not only the use of AI with malicious adversaries in things like ethical phishing and social engineering, but actually the technology that makes up an AI system is ultimately open to vulnerability. And we're seeing malicious adversaries across the threat actor scale, from opportunist hacktivists all the way up to state-sponsored attacks and organized criminal gangs, are taking advantage of the vulnerabilities native within AI systems. So as part of those deliverables, we'll provide that threat detection framework, provide an incident response playbook tailored to specific threats from AI, ensure that you've uplifted your monitoring and logging capabilities to really understand what those attack vectors are and how AI systems can introduce risk into your organization, and ultimately provide you with those threat intelligence reports so you've got a good understanding of AI cyber attack trends. And ultimately, this is to prepare your organization against those particular threats. Organizations may understand of things like ransomware and supply chain risk, but actually, does your organization understand the threats and risks that come from AI systems? Moving forward to our regulatory and legal advisory service. Now, interestingly, there is no current UK regulation on AI, but back in January 2024, there was a code of practice deployed by the Department for Science, Innovation and Technology that introduced 13 principles of how to operate securely. And what we're seeing is across regulators, Ofcom, Ofgem, ICO, FCA, etc., are all looking to align their practices and their regulation against this code of practice. So it's important that your organization understands what the regulatory compliance framework looks like with regards to AI. And as part of our AI advisory service for regulation and legislation, we'll look at providing that risk assessment against that compliance to ensure that you're mitigating legislative risk and stay updated with the latest compliance. Our fourth service is our cyber defense training and awareness program. Now, the introduction of AI systems into your organization is a new way of working for some of your organization staff. And what we're looking at doing is actually uplifting that security awareness. As I said, it's down to not just the developers or data custodians, but actually end users have a responsibility to ensure that they understand how to use AI systems securely. Do they understand how to use the prompts, for example? Chris, you talked about the use of prompts, and actually it's essential that organizations and staff within that organization understand the risks associated with using these AI models. So we can provide threat intelligence briefings, customized training curriculums, for example, to ultimately upskill your workforce to use AI securely. And finally, our adversarial AI attack simulation. So I was recently delivering an incident response simulation exercise for the AI Security Institute, and actually talking them through what it looks like if they were compromised through agentic AI, for example, or indeed an AI model was injected with prompt injection or compromised by supply chain security. And so ultimately, this is about testing your organization's response for incidents and compromises associated AI. So ensuring that you have AI attack resilience, ensuring that you've got appropriate playbooks in place, and ultimately talking an organization, simulating that incident within your organization to ensure that you are appropriately prepared for an AI incident. So there's 5 services. So hopefully you've found that valuable. I'm going to hand over back to Amrinder to discuss next steps. Thanks, Amrinder.
Brilliant. Thank you, Tom. I hope that gave you guys an insight into the potential services that we're able to offer. But as a final point, on the back of what you've seen today, we're offering a free 1-hour assessment consultancy for the first 5 businesses that express interest within the chat function today or from any subsequent follow-ups. This really is just to help to ensure that you enhance your current or even your future AI strategy effectively, securely, and ensuring that you're set up for success. Just really want to thank everyone for their time today. It's been a pleasure to present to you guys. And yeah, do you have any questions?
Brilliant, thanks, Amrinder. And yes, you can post questions. You can post questions using the raise hand function, which you'll find on your little control panel. You can post a question in the chat function, and we can cover those off now. Alternatively, we will be reaching out to everybody on the live broadcast today, as well as everyone on demand. We will be reaching out with a follow-up email, so you can always contact any of our speakers via that email post the event. But in terms of AI and cybersecurity and all of that stuff, Amrinder and Tom, who needs to take ownership of that side of AI from an organizational perspective? Because we've been hearing today that there are lots of stakeholders within organizations in the sort of the AI journey of that organization. But does somebody have to sort of take control of that security angle?
It's a really good question, John, and I think ultimately everybody has a responsibility to ensure that they're using AI systems securely. I think from a technology perspective, the responsibility may sit with a CTO or a CISO, for example, but actually it's important for organizational teams to really ensure that their workforce understands how to use securely, that they've got a good handle on what their new technology is introducing in terms of risk and threat to their organization. And so really the answer, I suppose, is everybody's got a responsibility. Even in our personal lives, we have a responsibility to ensure that we're using models like ChatGPT securely, and these large language models don't have access to data that we wouldn't necessarily share with everybody on the internet. And I think given that AI and LLMs are a new technology that we're introducing, there's still an unknown with that technology in terms of where our data is going, who has access to that. Is our data being trained again for use in other models, and therefore your personal data, your sensitive data, could end up being in the hands of a malicious adversary. So it really is the responsibility of everybody to ensure that they're using AI securely in order to benefit from the opportunities that it brings.
And yeah, a final question in terms of sort of organization, sort of departments or divisions all over an organization are sort of having a bit of a dabble in AI if there isn't a single strategy. Is there a bit of a threat from lots of siloed uses that may be unknown to sort of the higher ups in organizations? Do all these things have to be sort of orchestrated sort of centrally as opposed to being lots of silos?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a common weakness in organizations, in terms of things like shadow IT, where there's lots of silo technologies that are being introduced, and actually there needs to be that oversight from a managerial perspective and from the board to really understand, where is your sensitive data, where are your crown jewels in your organization, and who has access to that information. So it's really important that there is a strategy to look at, not just within AI systems, but actually across your technological landscape, that there's a really good understanding of where your data is, who's accessing your data, and how is that data being used. So yeah, it's a common gap in organizations, and actually understanding your information asset register and where that information is being stored and being processed is really critical to ensuring that you've got that appropriate strategy for a robust cybersecurity posture.